Welcome back, everybody, to Zisteau Plays Minecraft. This is episode number 82, yeah! It's a party, hooray! Today, on the Minecraft video, we are gonna do a Zistonian Redstone project, which means, let's see, do I have everything I want? We also might want some sand, but it's not in the sand chest, because that's full of cobblestone from digging out below. Not in the gravel chest, that's full of cobblestone from digging out below. Dirt chest full of dirt and cobblestone. Cobblestone chest full of... Oh, that's stone, but it's full of cobblestone. No, it's in the miscellaneous. Okay, 3 of those. We are going to do a redstone project. I had this idea actually a long time ago, back when I was making the arcology, and I never got around to trying it. And I was kind of thinking the other day, well, I don't really need anything I don't already have in beta 1.7 to make the thing work. So what we're going to do, or actually what we're going to try to do, I mean, this is a Zistonian redstone project, so that means it's going to be large, cumbersome, unwieldy, not very practical, and I will probably abandon it because it's too frustrating and pain in the butt. But what I'd like to do is I want to store my ore, blocks of iron, blocks of gold, diamond, maybe eventually other stuff. What would we have, like coal blocks? We're going to have too many coal blocks, maybe not that. Redstone blocks won't work because they would interfere with the redstone operation. But emeralds, I guess, lapis lazuli, that would work as well. We're going to store that physically in the world with a redstone piston contraption. It's going to be kind of a little bit similar to something I made a long time ago called the TNT magazine, which held 30 or 40, I don't remember how many, 30 or 40 TNT. And they would get pushed along a snake, kind of like this, where they would go down a path as far as a piston can push, and then they would get pushed this way and then chained back down the other way. And so they made a big snake formation, and at the end was a little bit of TNT activation code, a little bit of redstone to make it go kabloom. So it would drop down in sequence 32 times and dig a tunnel. So something like this is not going to work. For one thing, I want it to go up and vertical. And this design is not going to work vertically because the piston gets stuck. If you try the same thing where the redstone line is going through the block that the piston is pushing out of the way, it just gets stuck. So it's not going to work. But that's basically what I want to do. I want to go vertically. Now, one problem you see, it got to the end, and this is the same thing here. This also tends to bug out. Like if you place these too fast, one of these will get stuck. So maybe a more reliable way to do it is to do it like I did with the TNT magazine, is to, instead of having a little detector here where it powers the block that is getting pushed and then the redstone gets unpowered after it's pushed, we could just run the redstone down here. It's probably what I'll do vertically, but this design is not going to work. It does do the job here, which is kind of funny to watch. And this one itself, you can fill this one up really fast, but the other ones will bug out if you're trying to do that. I think it's going to push some grass if we keep doing it. Yeah, there it goes. Take that, grass. Take that to the Patch Museum. Although I guess we already have a piece of grass there. Couldn't do this back in the day. So what we're going to have to use is a piston block update detector. So here are several models. These are all block update detectors, and most of them are using the piston quasi-connected state. And if you don't know what that is, I'll explain it very briefly. Basically, pistons have this weird bug where... Whoa, okay, so the block above them, if you think of the sides of the block, this piston will look for power from any of the blocks connected to this surface. So for this one in particular, we're using this one. So it just has to be block above. So there, or the one above has to be powered. And then when you put a block next to it, it will recognize that it's powered, even though it's technically not supposed to be, but it'll recognize it's powered. It'll push the thing. And the tricky bit is you've got to unpower the redstone to get it to reset. So that's what all this is doing. When this piston pushes, it connects here, powers up this, powers that, unpowers that, yada yada, you get it, right? So this kind of works. We could build up like that. That's the easy part, right? That's no problem. That's easy peasy. I did try it with a few other models though. So this is a block update detector as well. Let's see. I think yeah, this is the active one. But whenever I would put a piston out, whoops. Whenever I put a piston using the power output, did I just jam it doing that? I think I did. Yeah, the block's got to be here. Let's reset this real quick. Basically, I need to be placing my ore blocks in one of the update positions, so that's either here or there or there. And whenever I try to do that, this thing would just flip out. No matter how I tried to connect up the piston, it would flip out and create a crazy loop. This one as well. So this is this works by tricking the piston, because a piston will not push a piston that is extended, and it doesn't check after the fact. So you basically trick it into thinking it can't push something until the next time you trigger the update. But no matter how you connect this guy up to power, he's gonna freak right out as soon as we update him. He's gonna burn out the torch. So this guy doesn't work. I don't know exactly why. I tried all sorts of variations. He's getting some sort of phantom power or something is getting in there to go in a loop. It doesn't seem like it should be supplying power, even if you do it like this. Same thing. Let's put a block there and there and there. Yeah. How exactly is the power getting from here all the way over there? I don't know. But it's not really important because I do have a block update detector. Although, I guess, you know what? The first block update detector video, I actually looked this up. It came out in August of 2011, I think. Basically in the middle of beta 1.7.3 production cycle. And we're in beta 1.7.3, but I haven't been in beta 1.73 that long. So you could even argue, in a Back to the Future style manner, that I invented the block update. It's going to be nighttime. Let's sleep in the bed. I invented the block update detector switch. Yeah, take that, Ito. I think to celebrate this day, this great momentous occasion in Redstone invention logic, we're going to rename it to a Zistonian Update Detector Switch. So ZUDs, yeah, this is now a ZUD switch video. The bed was occupied. I didn't see anybody in that bed. Okay, so, yeah, this new, what did I call it? Z update detector. It's updating me. Am I getting updated? I still look the same. I'm not sure. So this one works. This one works, and we could put all our ore in there. And one of the other ones, this one works. I think this one's maybe a little bit prettier for what I want. This one's kind of messy in terms of the wiring. I don't like that there's a redstone torch on top. We'll try to hide it in a wall, that kind of stuff. But I think this is the one we'll use. That's the easy part. All right, we'll get back to the redstone stuff. Let's ping pong a little bit, do some big project stuff to speckle in with the fun redstone shenanigans. There's our base over there. There's the portal up there. That's the sun, but you know what I mean. Portal right there. Dug a staircase. So that website that I've been using that I'm just gonna, I kind of tested it, but I don't really know. I'm kind of hoping. Seems legit. Let's just go with it. It says that there is a cluster of chunks down here. Sounds like some monster's been spawned, and they're gonna have a nasty surprise. There is a cluster of chunks right here that runs from here and way down there. I think there's 6 or 7. I'm not looking at the image right now, but I've outlined it, and we have to try to dig from here down to bedrock. So we're at Y24, and the slimes only spawned from 14 to 0. So that's a lot of digging. Eventually, they will spawn all the way up at, let's actually do, let's see. Let's put this here. Okay, here we go. Eventually, they will spawn all the way up to y equals 30 in a few patches from now, so this doesn't hurt to be a little prepared. Every once in a while when I hit one of these things with the flint and steel, for whatever reason, it breaks it instead of setting it on fire. Not sure exactly why. It hasn't happened this time. I wonder if it's from holding shift. Nope, it's not from holding shift. So basically, we have to do what we can with the TNT. There's no way I'm going to dig this whole thing out by hand. That's going to take 10 million years. So instead, we're going to use TNT. We're going to start it now. And I feel like I'm shouting over the noise of the TNT and editing. I'm probably just going to make the TNT quieter, which means it's going to make me look like I'm just shouting over everything. Yeah, I'm not digging it by hand. I don't have enough TNT, however, though. Oh, gosh, we're almost there. Okay, here's where it loops around. There's probably going to be all kinds of... Uh-oh, monsters. Oh, there's nothing there. Ow. Oh, let's get out of the way. Oh, I started taking damage again. Okay, so a little bit of shrapnel. I did a brief test trying to get more of a chain reaction where I just have to light one. But that seems a bit more erratic. This creates basically a flat wall, so I can do it again. It seems to be the most efficient use of TNT I've found. It's not the quickest, because you can't just place a whole bunch, light it, and run away, and then have a giant hole. But I only have 128, 139 TNT left, and that is what we brought back from Kaizo Caverns Underground, and I don't think I actually made any in Canopy Carnage, but from that whole adventure, I brought back some TNT. Maybe I had some from Sea of Flame as well. This is all I got. After this, I will have to start making it by hand again from the mob farm. Alright, I guess that last little wall is a little bit too thin. Ended up knocking myself a little bit, knocking myself around. TNT chain reactioned a little bit. So that basically was all the TNT I brought. I brought 2.5 or so stacks, I think, something like that. So maybe that's a pretty good benchmark. 2.5 or so stacks for, I think it's 9 chunks. There's 7 chunks that will supposedly spawn slimes, and I think I heard one slapping around down below, so that's at least 1 chunk will spawn some slime, so that's good. But should be 7. Oh. Do you hear it? There it is. There's a slime. There's a cave right here. Yeah, okay, 100%. We have a slime chunk. Where you at, slime? You're down in this cave, aren't you? Ooh, it's a biggie. Hey, buddy. Let's get some slime balls. I'm not gonna have... Oh. Do I have to punch them? Huh. Not gonna have a fully operational battle station slime farm. Slime... what should you call it? It's like a slime slaughter is what it's gonna be. Not gonna have one for a while. So I want to get all the slime balls I can. Huh. I've got a hunch. I got a burning suspicion. Yeah, oh, I'm right. There's a spawner right here, and it's gonna be a skeleton one. While I was blowing all that stuff up, I've heard nothing. Ooh, okay, this is a bad entry point. Let's do a little turny-turny. Heard nothing but skeletons up above me. Okay. I don't exactly need the arrows, but I don't come across these too often. Okay, let's put this here. Let's actually jump down here. Last piece of food. You're dead. Okay, one more. Oh, okay. I am definitely taking damage. Let's not die. Let's, how about we do something like this? Just put some extra light in there. Try to reduce the spawnages. Oh gosh, I'm almost dead. Whoa, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Okay, we'll come back, friend. Maybe I'll kill you now. Oh. Okay. I did it. Shut it down. We shut it down. I'm out of food. I need to go get more. And besides which, we're done clearing this stuff out. We can work on the other thing. We got a record. And, oh, bread. Num. So here's the first semi-working prototype. Let's actually use some dirt. There's still a lot of problems to solve with this idea. But at the very least, we can make a deposit. I've got a little switch here that switches from the signals. And this is, I guess this is the, maybe not the most elegant idea, but it's the simplest. And the simplest is often the best. So you switch the lever and it changes whether, which pistons are getting fired. So right now we're firing the pistons to go this way. Like so. So we're depositing. And that means that this piston right here is being raised so that the redstone signal goes around there. If I swap it, it gets retracted. And this one extends, which allows the redstone wire to just go a different direction. Could have used the T flip-flop. That's kind of what this is. It's just not as condensed. We'll make the redstone look better later. But there's a little cubby here so we can actually watch it in action. You can see the pistons are firing every single time. That's just the easiest way to do it. If we put a block update detector, a Zisteau update detector, am I getting updated? Nope, look the same. If we put it up there, it would just be more buggy and prone to get jammed. So this is the best way to do it. All right, so you can see it's kind of going around like a snake. Snake formation is what we'll call it. So this is one way to store the blocks. Another way, which would, I'm going to consider it, but another way to do it would be to put, let's see, let's get up here and actually just do a brief layout. Another way to do it would be to extend the stack up a certain distance and then have a bunch of pistons kind of like this to push them off and to store them in columns. And then we would push the columns off in one direction, and then we would retrieve them in a similar manner. It has a higher density, I guess, of storage, so we could store more blocks that way. But retracting the system, I'm going to think about it. It'll be a bit more tricky, I think. Particularly with, not just with the metal blocks. So these are going to be iron blocks, right? But with the sand blocks, which are going to be pushing the blocks in the other direction. So if I reverse this guy, and we were making a withdrawal, and let's say that there was a block here. Well, I guess the piston would get pushed this way, huh? And the block update detector wouldn't do anything because this would be full, and then I would break it. Yeah, I'm going to have to think about that as well. More problems. We got plenty of problems. Maybe I'll put a clock in it to continually push it in this direction so I can just break it and keep moving. There's going to have to be sand because right here, let's imagine that there was a piston right about here. Okay, that's a blocked update position. And then we would need a piston, something like here. And we're going to have to change the width of this because I don't think this is going to work. We don't have room for the redstone we're going to need. Maybe. We'll have to look at it. But if we were retracting the snake, there would be iron blocks going all this way. But then the piston is going to run out of stuff, right? Because the iron blocks are finite. We're going to run out of iron blocks. We're trying to withdraw all our iron blocks. The piston's going to have nothing to push. It's going to be pushing air. So we might have a giant stack of sand. And we can compact it in various ways. That's a future problem to solve. But we could have like just a giant stack of sand to provide something for the blocks to push. Right there, we'd have to put a block so that the sand didn't fall. But that's basically the simplest problem ever. But yeah, there we go. There's the basic idea of our new machine. It's gonna be like Gringotts, but Zisteau it doesn't really roll off the tongue. It's gonna be our deep storage, and we have run out of room. I need to add more pistons. Oh, son of a bitch, you gotta be kidding me. I just dug out that whole other thing. I was down here for ages, and not a single spawn slimed. Not a single slime spawned the entire time. Okay, what gets you to split? Do I gotta not kill you with the sword? Split up. There we go. He didn't split up. Okay, let's punch you. Is this just, okay, I punched him, and they split. That must be why. Maybe if the damage increment is too great, we don't get no slime balls. But this is actually good. We can use this as a temporary stopgap to get some slime balls until that other place is dug out. I'm still going to do that other place, though, because there's only... I think there's 3 chunks here that count as slime spawning chunks. The other one, we've got 7. So in the long run, that is going to make way more sense. Well, friends, just like last episode, here we must part ways at the gathering of lava. Gonna send one more trip over to the water fire stone pig. And next time, I think we'll do some work on him. I got enough lava here, and obviously water is not a big deal. You can dupe water, you can't dupe the lava. Next time, we'll do some work on the water fire stone pig to try to give him a bit more shape and then some character with the water and lava. Try to see what he's really gonna look like. There's a bunch of trees on top of his head, but the original artwork is flat for the most part because of the water and lava. So how much of that do we keep? How much do we try to maintain the shape of the mountain? Important questions to be solved later, not to think about now. So off camera, I think I did 2 more trips. I don't know exactly how many, but there's at least 100 source blocks here. So what I'm going to do, since we have to deposit these, we need to use the buckets anyway. There we go, empty chest. We are going to just deposit these ones in the chest, and then we will use those and bring them back here to pick up more lava, to pick up this stuff, put it on the water fire stone pig. Here's a bone. I had to kill a skeleton on the way here. Damn skeletons. And I am empty-handed. I guess I have that boat there. I take that back. This is the end of the video. We'll see you next time. Hope you enjoyed it. Here we must part, perhaps. At some point in the future, we shall merge again. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.